Welcome to the Daily Dizzle for Tuesday, July 5th, 2011. Tommy Dizzlemits here, as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your long 4th of July weekend. Got to see some fireworks and some other shiny, awesome things that kept you entertained. Not quite sure why America's struggle for independence is linked to explosions and blowing shit up, but I guess we all need our reasons to celebrate. But the rest of the world wasn't really looking for the excuse of a holiday to celebrate and watch explosions. They just stepped out to the movies and went and saw Transformers: Dark of the Moon. That is why, in less than 1 week, if you look at its worldwide gross, it had a massive launch all around the world, and it made $400 million in less than a week. That means it's already made back its budget and is already making money, not taking into account the fact that it's probably selling billions of dollars worth of action figures, despite the fact that this one is actually down from the attendance levels of the original. The people who are going out and seeing it are paying more to see 3D and everything like that. This one is actually bumped up from what the 3D movies have been doing lately. A lot of the other 3D movies so far in the summer barely hit 40% of their share from the 3D theaters, and this one is back up to 60%. Not the levels of like 80-85% that Avatar hit, but nothing's going to be as good as Avatar until the sequel comes out. So, at the very least, everyone who's saying that 3D is dead can kind of shut up for a little bit. Transformers is showing that, hey, if you put out a decent movie that actually takes a good use of the medium and puts it into effect, then people are going to be willing to go see it. Now it's just a matter of if the other movies coming out this month, like Harry Potter and Captain America and Smurfs, can make likewise good use out of that. But Transformers, despite not having the attendance levels of the original, is still going to shatter the opening Independence Day record. Spider-Man 2 has held it for about 7 years now with 88 million. Transformers with the 96 million definitely eked by, despite the fact that it did not have bigger attendance. But doesn't matter how many people are going out to the movies, it just matters how much money people are spending at the movies. Due to the holiday yesterday, a lot of the networks didn't bother showing any new episodes of the TV shows, except for Showtime, which had just launched the new season of Weeds last week. They followed it up with the second episode last night. I have to say, if you haven't seen any Weeds before, this is not the season to try and jump in. Maybe rent the DVDs from last season or stream them on Netflix or whatever before you try and jump in. It's a show I recommend to everyone, but you have to at least get a feel for how they mix some of the serious plot points with the stupid stoner humor. That's clearly on display a minute into the first episode of this season, as Nancy's attempting to go out on parole after, she claims she murdered someone, and the parole board is, making dick jokes about their last names. It's a very fine balancing act that might turn a lot of people off if they don't catch it at the right time, but really just, go back and watch some Kevin Nealon Saturday Night Live skits and, his weekend updates, and that should be enough to prepare you just how dumb the humor can get, but if you're ready for that, you'll love the whole show. So far, I thought the first episode of the season did start out a little bit random, but that's what made it so awesome. It seemed to be all over the place. Obviously, you knew by the second episode they were going to get into the plot points of how this season was going to be going along. The family's back trying to help Nancy with whatever the hell she's doing. Nancy's trying to get back to her old ways while not getting in trouble, because otherwise she's going to end up back in jail. It's going to be crazy, and we'll see how long she can stay out of trouble. But that's not even my favorite weed-related show on television at the moment. If anyone has not seen Suits on USA, it is phenomenal. It's about a lawyer who really didn't go to law school, but he knows he passed the bar exam. He ends up getting hired by a law firm just because he's this smart genius kid. He might be a slacker, he might be a pothead, and might be working for one of his pothead friends trying to deal, and then he might almost get in trouble with the cops, and it's crazy. So far, though, there's only been 2 episodes, and both have pretty much been centered around pot. The first one was about him being a dealer, and the second one was, well, we want you to smoke with this guy to get him to be our client because he's a pothead, and we need someone who might be a pothead, and we think it's you. So if you haven't already started watching it, Suits is on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern on the USA Network. They also replay the new episode a couple times during the night, during the afternoon the next day, or you can just DVR it and be able to catch it anytime during the week. Whatever option you pick for watching it, you will not be disappointed. It's one of the best new shows of the season. So that's all the time for today's Daily Dizzle. We thank you guys for joining us here as always. Tomorrow we'll have some more bullshit to cover, including which potential franchise starter is now turning into one of the biggest bombs at the box office this summer. I'll give you guys a hint. That's my time. So for the Daily Dizzle, I'm Tommy Dizzlemits. We'll see you guys back here on Wednesday.